Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Locke, and today's video I wanted to do a bit more of a dedicated exhaust video. Now I realized this the other day and I thought, wow, I actually have not shown you guys what my exhaust is, what it sounds like properly, you know, and I figured, well, I haven't really done that because back when I got it installed, I did not have a YouTube channel, so therefore I did not film it. But today I wanted to kind of go in depth a bit more about my exhaust and how you can get a full Turboback exhaust on a budget. So I know some of you guys do not have the budget to spend, you know, $2,500, $3,000, $4,000 on a Turboback exhaust, and that's fair enough. So I wanted to show you how I got my Turboback exhaust on the cheap and to still maintain some quality so you can get those gains and not have to worry about anything breaking as well. Alright, so with that being said, I'm going to show you my exhaust, give you a little in-depth tour of the vehicle, tell you how much it costs, and then we will go get some clips. We'll get some sound clips, some blips, some revs, some drive-bys, and we'll do a little bit of a review while we're at it. Just so you guys know, what you're up against, what you're working with here, and you can make that decision yourself whether or not you want to go down the same path that I did. Now guys, before we get started and get into it, if you are enjoying the content, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. We are getting close to 1,500 subscribers, which is awesome. There's a lot of people. And yeah, really enjoying making the content, the limited content that I have for you guys at the moment. And yeah, hit that like button because it really helps with the algorithm. Let me know in the comments down below whether or not this video helped you, and let me know what type of exhaust you have. So let's get started. All right, so let's start with the dump pipe. Now the dump pipe we actually got secondhand. Now this is a Hyperflow dump pipe. It is catless. So dump pipe comes from the turbo, goes all the way down under there. As you can see, I've attached my O2 sensor for my gauge, my air to fuel ratio gauge, and you can see it goes all the way down into the bottom of the car there. Now this dump pipe actually only costed me $100 secondhand, and it does the job because there is no cracks on the welds, there's not much surface corrosion, and it's still a bellmouth 3-inch dump pipe. Alright, I've just jacked the car up so we can see what's underneath here. So if we have a look, we have the dump pipe ends right there where that join is, and we have a custom made mid pipe. Now I got this made up from an exhaust shop. As you can see, there are all the welds. It is made from 304 stainless steel, and this did cost me about $350. So the total cost of the dump pipe all the way to where the catback starts right there is $350 plus the dump pipe of $100. So $450 for a full dump pipe. And finishing off with our exhaust, coming from the mid pipe down there, we do have a 3-inch 304 stainless steel catback exhaust from Empire Performance. I'll put a picture up on the screen right now. Now this exhaust, this Empire Performance catback, it is a pretty cheap exhaust. It only cost me about $600 at the time. It is still decent quality though. I have not had any of the welds crack. Everything actually lined up really well on the exhaust hangers over there on each side. The only complaint I had was that these tips did not come out far enough. As you can see, it doesn't really line up with my diffuser. It's just a little bit behind the factory diffuser too, so it doesn't give the most aggressive look. But hey, $600 for a catback is pretty damn good. Alright, so in total, the entire cost of the exhaust system from the dump pipe all the way to the catback costed $1,050. Now, for an Australian dollars, that is excellent. Typically, if you wanted to get an NVIDIA system, an NVIDIA dump pipe, NVIDIA, whether it be a Q300 or whatever, it would probably be around $2,500. So, you've saved yourself like $1,400 there. That's pretty good. And yeah, it sounds pretty good. So we're gonna get some clips now and be able to show you what the exhaust actually sounds like. So, it is quite loud on startup, I'm not gonna lie. It definitely packs a bit of a punch on startup, but once it sort of warms up after like a minute or two, and you know the revs drop to like just over 1,000 RPM, then it's pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie. It's actually a bit of a quiet exhaust. If you're living in a suburban area and you know you're near lots of neighbors and you know you don't want to get too many noise complaints, and I would say that this is the way to do it, because, well, you don't want to be pissing anyone off for too long, let's put it that way. End of the street here, we're going to pull out onto the road. We'll go first up to 3rd. Shifting at 3,000 and a half. 3. Get up to 4th gear. There we go. But yeah, as you can probably hear from the exhaust, it's not too bad in the car. Honestly, it's not very drony when you're at low speeds. Anything up to about 100 k's an hour, which is about 60 miles for you guys, is really nice. Honestly, I don't need to have my radio on. I don't need to drone, you know, I don't need to drown out the exhaust note because it's just hammering me in the ear with the drone. But it does get slightly drony on the highway. So anything over 60 miles per hour, 100 k's an hour, you do start to get a little bit of a drone. But it's not a bad drone, let me put it that way. It's not something that makes you feel uncomfortable, something that's gonna annoy you on a long trip. We found the industrial area, so we just thought we'd just go here instead. This is where I taught Alicia how to drive on the WRX. So it's a nice big straight here, but sometimes there's a few cops that come through because obviously people would like to drag race and drift, and there's like a big cul-de-sac behind me. So yeah, we're just gonna do a few revs. We're gonna do like a 2,000 RPM, 3,000 and a 4,000. And then I'll do like a flyby, and then yeah, we'll maybe move it to another location so we don't get you know, the cops called on us. And as you can see, she's pretty quiet when we don't have the pedal to the metal right there, so not a bad exhaust at all, not bad. Keeping that Subi rumble nice and quiet and idle, but when you want to put the foot down, she goes.